Well, it's about the 27th of August. Went to the Midlands show with the very first flowers. Not particularly happy with them, but they were the first ones out. The candy were very shallow. Got a show cutting tomorrow with New Forest. Opted out of going to Wales. One of the better varieties at the moment seems to be Oakwood Goldcrest. There's one or two reasonable flowers amongst them. There's one or two not so reasonable as well, but yeah, they're quite nice, and there's a fair few of them. The Dahlias have been flowering very sporadically, and again with not a lot of quality really in them. There. That's Roger Turrell. Being a bit indifferent. There's one or two nicer blooms in amongst them. I might try to find a vase in the morning. There's a candy. I see a colour, but as you can see, there's some very shallow, lightweight blooms in there. And although they're full size, they're certainly not full quality. There's a Challenger. There's one or two reasonable blooms amongst them, but not much more than that. And the Giants, the Valentine, which unsurprisingly is a bit small this year, but you know, they're not too bad. Hopefully will get better as the season progresses. And there's been one or two reasonable Giants off here now. This so we'll see what comes. There's a very big Bonaventure down there, but generally it's just going over, so it'll never make it to the show, but just so you can see, generally very disappointed with the quality this year. Not sure whether it's the season, the growing. I don't think I've put sufficiently less time in to make that sort of difference. Everything's done and as it should be. There's the pip, and again it seems to be struggling to close its centres. Hopefully they will, and there is one or two flowers that have like that, but not very many. Seems to be taking a long time, longer than I'd expect them to. Some Marys down there, which are all doom and gloom, isn't it? A bit coarse, but I'm hoping that, you know, there's a lot of flower, a lot of buds to come, and a lot of flowers to come. Dave's Choice there, again, has been a bit coarse. We had some rain on Saturday, very, very heavy all day long, and it split the tips of the petals on anything that was slightly more than half open. And there's still some of that damage showing through on the back of full blooms where the petals are split from the rain. But the poms I'll have from the end of the week, I would say, there's some coming through, but they're still young. But there'll be plenty more coming through, probably being a good flush for the National. Obviously Suzanne there. There's one or two nice flowers in amongst them. Quite big, but they're alright if there's enough of them in amongst that lot to get a vase. But again, you know, the Marys, you can see this splitting here from the rain. That's what caused that. And the same in the back of that bloom there. Face of it's alright. Just round the back, which were the petals that were opening at the time. It's not so bad, but it's still there. But for me, they're a little bit coarse. We should just see what happens. I mean, they're all 16 to 20 up. There's a lot of bloom to come. It's whether there's enough to show, but we shall see. We'll ride it out this week. Go to New Forest on Thursday. Midlands wasn't so bad. I come second out of 6 to a really good exhibit from Phil Watson. So we shall see what occurs, and hopefully things will improve as the flowers open. But although it looks a lot of colour there, I'm not particularly impressed with the quality so far. So we shall see what happens. We've got a small cup for, well, not that small, smallish cup for a New Forest show in the morning, so I'll be off probably about 3:30, 4 in the morning to get there. A few challengers, some are a bit small but they're getting there. Some flat candies but they're getting deeper. A few challenger, Diane's, Dave's Choice, and Oakwood at the back. Still plenty of colour on the plot, and plenty of colour coming. Hopefully it'll last me through to the national, and we'll see what comes out of it. But still disappointing with the Marys. The split petals are really causing me some grief, but by the next show they would have flowered through and would have some fresh flowers that weren't hit by the rain. So we'll see how we get on tomorrow. So this is the Arthur Griffiths that I managed to stage. Didn't stage the Terry Clark, but got this up instead. Wilhelm Diane, Oakwood Goldcrest, Mary's Germander, Mars and Susan, 2 vases of Go at the Twilight. This is the best vase of Poms in show, and also the runner-up to the best vase of Dahlias in show. And the whole exhibit, got the best exhibit in show as well as winning the Arthur Griffiths trophy class, so very pleased. From not a lot comes something. Here we are, the Terry Clark winner. The Fraser Troubles brought us from Scotland and come being the first Scottish winners of the Terry Clark. Big well done to you both. You're going to do it again next year?
Yeah, of course we will.
Excellent exhibit, well done. Here's some of the smaller classes, so they're generally mixed. 2 vases of smalls there, 1 small cactus, 1 small deck. Mediums. 9 miniatures in 1 vase, takes some staging. There's a winner with 9 miniature cactus. So we're getting dizzy now. This is a small growers championship, so growers that grow under 200 plants. That's 3 vases of Dahlias, so you can see how many entries there is in that. Single bloom giant. There's my one up there, which is nice. 3 single blooms over 3 classifications. Two vases of 3 Dahlias. 3 vases of 3. That whole bank there is the novice section. It's all single vase. Medium decks, single vase. That one of Rocker Amanda, it's quite nice. Large decks. 3 bloom giants. Some more giants there. Small semi-cactus. Still 5 in a vase. Small cactus. Medium semi-cactus. Some giant semis. Rose Jupiter there, cracking flower. And some odd vases. 3 vases of fimbriated. 9 giants. Another 9. Three vases of 5 water lilies, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 entries. Colourettes. Miniature ball. Small Growers Championships. Seedling classes. This one's a new small deck from Les Jackson, which come 3rd. This is small ball, miniature ball and pom. The Arthur Griffiths, which is a small flower championship. That's 1 entry. Just Dave's, that was the 2nd. Andrew, was 3rd. And mine, which went on to win the best exhibit and show. 1st. So here we are at the National. That's the individual championships, won this year by Frankie Fraser. Miniature cactus, small ball. Small cactus, these are all 3 vase entries, so running top to bottom. Here's the 12 giants. That's that 12. That 12, which is the winning 12. And that 12, which is that broom shattered. Large decks, medium decks, not many of those this year. Miniature decoratives, 3 vases of 5. Well, it's the 11th of September, end of my season really, and probably end of my Dahlia growing for a couple of years. Covers are going to come off today. Should be cutting for Harrogate, but there's really not, although there looks like some flowers there, but a lot of them are blown and not any good. So the covers are coming off, end of the season. It's been a good year, although shorter than last. I really didn't have the finances or the vigour to get to all the shows, or quite the quality of gear over the season. But a good result really, you know, the Kent Championship, New Forest Championship, 2nd at the Midlands, 2 best in shows at the county level, best vases in shows at county level, and various other trophies. And of course the National, where we won the Arthur Griffiths. Got best vase of poms in show. That's 3 times in 5 years I've won that. And also got the best exhibit in show and runner up to the best vase in show. So a very good result in that regard, and I'm happy with that. That was a season worthwhile. If you can only win one best exhibit in show, you might as well be the national. So that's the end of these. The covers have come off. They won't look so pretty once then some rain starts hitting them. Candy had a bit of an invariable year. You can see there's some better quality flowers coming now. It's cooler. Challenger's been good, but if I was to grow it again next year, which I'm not, but if I was to grow it again, I'd probably go 5 up and just get the size down a little bit more. Valentine didn't enjoy the heat and produced some small blooms, but reasonable quality. Roger Terrell produced some good flowers throughout the season. Struggled to get whole vases, but those there, Winholm, well, that was as predictable as ever, and produced some good vases. Oakwood had a good year, and there's some nice vases of Oakwood, and I've got some best vases in show with it. There's still a few good flowers down there now. Pip was disappointing, some shallow blooms, those dropping the backs, and the centres were a little bit hard until the very end, and then the backs faded a touch. Gertler, some lovely Gertler there, but unfortunately I run them a bit late, trying to make my small plants last. Dave's Choice was reliable again, not as refined as it had been, but again due to excessive heat really, and the flowers opening quick. And the same applies really for Suzanne. The heat really rushed them through. I had a good vase for the national when it had cooled down a little bit, and I wouldn't hesitate in growing that again. And Mary's disappointing centres this year, but again I can only put that down to conditions, because they're sorted themselves out now. So that's the end of my year. I've enjoyed my 5 years growing. I will be back, as Arnie once said. In what form and in how many plants, that's yet to know, but I'll be back around. Feel free to keep asking questions. I shall probably do some videos next year of perhaps Dave's garden and other gardens and shows to keep you lot interested, but please, any questions, do ask. The knowledge isn't going anywhere, just plants in the ground for me. Hope you all have good seasons coming on, and I look forward to showing you my new plot as and when I've got one. Good luck.